Hello, and welcome to Pillars of Eternity. Let's continue exploring, shall we? We have this guy to kill.
Hey.
Better know your eyes first.
This!
I need you to upgrade that sword at some point. Paralyzed.
That's for my friends.
How close is this sword to a level up or whatever it's called? That's a pretty interesting image right there. Halfway there.
I'm on the trail.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Now this is
Almost.
interesting.
You hear a short series of clicks from around the corner. Tufts of hair are still stuck on the metal slugs of the helmet. Okay. You spy a dark smudger along the edges of the manslers. Sparks grow over the wires and plates of this machine, illuminating the inners with each burst of light. Paralyze if you can.
I am free. Calvino! I will eat your heart, old man.
Can't get a good.
I actually have a question here. That is a spirit. Yes, 24 damage. Someone leveled up, apparently. Canna, of course it's Canna. Fine, let's take a look. Oh, but not on the door under the girdle. Summons two fearsome ogres to fight for the party. Raise again, Science of Adon. Revives allies in the area of effect with a small amount of endurance. 7 nights she waited while the white winds wept. Attack enemy in several locations around the Chanter with boats of freezing ice. The Brideman slew 30. 4 they caused half of how. Empower allies in the area of effect with bonuses of might, constitution, and resolve. Empowers allies in the area of effect with bonus of dexterity, precision, and intellect. The bride got the ruse and set on make them pay. Brideman slew 34. They caused half the how. Go with that. Cautious attack. No. Weapon and shield. Mental fortress. Bull's will. Should we go with will? Nah, why not?
I'll take a look.
We still haven't discovered this area. Or this one, in fact. Well, we have plenty of space to go. Burning flesh constructs. Everyone back away. Yeah, I know it's back. I know. Oh, see. Severe burn. Okay. Heather, you stay there. This time.
Brave thou Philos Yliel.
Hey.
Still alive? Keep running. Need him dead.
Hey.
Okay. Paralyze him.
That's for my friends.
Die!
Okay, that worked. Okay, Tumak.
Brave thou Philos Yliel.
You're fine. Paralyze him. You stand it back. Well. Okay, game, that's not how you do things. I understand she wasn't able to fight, but he was able to turn around and hit her before she was able to shoot at him.
Let's see what lies this way.
Have a look at this.
Disarm this. We still have plenty of ground to cover. Hello. Okay, everyone, they're yours. That's what I was looking for. Get out of there, everyone. Keep running. Pup will be fine.
Hey.
Focus.
I'm here.
Hey.
Okay, good enough. Paralyze this one.
I'm here.
Well. Good. Finish it.
Stand together.
Bloody constructs. They're not even that powerful.
Not a sound.
Philos Yliel.
Nice. Get him. Paralyze this guy.
Dead on.
Alrighty. Careful.
Brave.
I'm no help here.
Oh, you're helpful, alright. Paralyze. Either destroyed him because his sword is amazing.
Quietly now.
Slow and steady. Really? I honestly didn't think that was possible at this point. Okay. And we'll fall back a little. How long before you level up? Not that long, 3000 XP. Still though. I did not expect you to fail. Can you at least identify the trap so I know what guy I should send?
Laying low.
I remember this place. Itamak going. Huh. Why did I miss this room then?
Slow and silent.
I can do that. All done.
Yeah, you keep everything, yeah, okay. A scattered pile of mechanical finger joints lines tailed across this desk.
Our giant has been overwhelmed. Keeping an eye out.
Okay,
Yeah?
from this point on you'll go forth alone.
I'll tinker with that. All done. What could go wrong?
Braces of spiritual power. Okay, let's take a look at this. Can't believe that.
Hello?
Huh. Look at that, another glitch.
Hello? Hello?
Need something? Now what's this all about? Blood makes the grass grow!
Yeah, he's fine. It's a little winded. That's why we usually send it much first.
Hey. Laying low.
Alright everyone. Yeah. Really? Oh bloody hell,
Hey.
everyone. Go again.
Hey.
Can you summon someone? Those guys. Get out of the way.
My bow's ready.
Really? Fine, go back. Okay, can you heal him? Protect him from all damage. Focus, dude. I need you to get up here.
Of course.
Nothing I can do.
Should have equipped your shield. He's yours.
Die already!
Get him. That'll sure work out of him. Heather is in no condition to fight anymore. Great.
Not a sound.
Shh. All done.
Major regeneration. What is this thing? This hulking contraption hums with power, approaching within few feet, said peculiar. Buzzing in your teeth.
Hey.
We will need some camp equipment once we return to town. Dang it. Alright. Rest. Because we rested, let's read something. There you are. Spell Tongue was first forged in Urtai as a dueling weapon, and it has changed hands dozens of times since then. Its forked tip, undoubting blade, and blue coloration made it a quick favorite amongst novices, whose confidence often outplaced their skill. It was most recently won by Matapa, a young woman from one of the wealthy Amur families of Talgira. With the blade in hand, she declared to her parents that she would take Spell Tongue and seek her fortune in Taikoa as a duelist. Her parents attempted to dissuade her, but her resolve became clear, and they eventually offered their erected congratulations and threw a great feast in her honor. After Matapa had drunk her fill of wine and gorged herself buttered lobster and sea snails in crane, her mouth challenged her to a duel. Matapa laughed, but her mother promised her that if she won, she would receive half of the family's fortune the next morning. If she lost, she would surrender Spell Tongue without complaints. Matapa regarded her mother as a petite woman, but almost standards. With little combat experience, she accepted, and the duel began, Matapa brandishing Spell Tongue and her mother, armed with wooden practice sword. Matapa's mother was nimble, and Matapa's thrust and riposte were quick but sloppy. Her mother led her around the feast table and into the darkened courtyard. There Matapa tripped, falling. Matapa ran Spell Tongue through her mother's side, even as the older woman held her wooden sword to the young woman's neck. The onlookers declared the duel a tie, and Matapa received her inheritance in the cost of her prized sword. Matapa's parents quietly sold the blade to a merchant bound to Direwood, and Matapa, sobered by her loss, abandoned her ambition as a duelist and intended to become a successful playwright. Okay. Did she kill her? Okay. We're not gonna use the rapier, unfortunately. Equine misery. Don't need you. Alrighty. Actually, the Seal of Fate I should have kept. No, it doesn't matter.
Brave thou Philos Yliel.
Hey.
Okay, he's yours.
No use.
No suicide was this time, so I hope this will be fun.
Settle.
No, wait. Wrong target.
Blinder than a horpox bat.
Did you miss? No, it's
Get a
there.
good shot with this.
Really? There is nothing there.
I'm here.
Take him. Serious now?
I'm here. Get on. Get on.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh. Bound to Ether. Sage Woden's Redeemer. Slow speed, slash piercing, deflection, cast to destroy vassal or hit on critical hit. Exceptional, grants holy power. What does holy power do? Might and resolve for 30 seconds, but rest though. Okay, killing 50 enemies shouldn't be that much
Take a look at that.
trouble. Though you have to kill it with a sword, which means that Evan must do the finishing blows. He usually doesn't kill guys, He holds them in place while the other guys finish them off.
Brave Yliel.
Come on.
Okay, use them. Okay, get out then. Other key's yours. That suicide are one dead.
It's no use.
No. No. Get out of here. I want him dead. Find him.
Get on my boat.
15 seconds. So that's enough to take him down. Okay, everyone, fall back. I want Ether to finish this one off. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Use this. Fine. Feel like that. You gonna shoot or what?
I'm no help here.
Yeah, I killed him accidentally. It doesn't matter. He's gonna get his 50 kills eventually.
Brave Yliel.
Either destroy them. Does that count? Just wanna know. Ten vessels with that. Oh, okay.
Keeping an eye out. I'll tinker with that. What could go wrong?
Good thing is it counts for both of them. Ringmar's Mantle. Damage reduction on 3s. Wow. I'm never gonna use that.
Have a look at this.
Rite of Unnamed Wilds. Rise a special type of magic scrolls. The ritual contains a scroll allowing the raider a specific skill bonus to all of his or her allies for a long. Gives you survival. Experimental note. The carded note reads, Madicio, 3 weeks of hard work gone and finally articulated frame with them. These crude material are most unstable than expected, though no less expensive. I'll try to slower process. Add more electricity perhaps. Along the bottom of the page, a scrolled addendum reads, Too much electricity will require more subjects.
Slow and silent.
Bitmap. Huh. Empty. Okay.
Hey, look! Hey, look what I found!
Drop level 11, and you disarmed it with no hench, so what's with this one?
Let's see what lies this way.
An impressive assortment of wine bottles lying at the shelves. Most appear to be valiant vintages. Oh, someone didn't finish their pour. The splatter has gone entirely untouched, leaving the tantalizing meal to the flies. Experimental note. This hastily written entry is dotted with blots of ink. I refuse to continue wasting my time with this strange work, gross squirts. What work is spent in grinding the rotten corpse, the feeblest spark of life, is letter tripping in repairs. Truly they have come apart at the seams. The sight of them in the corridor has come to disgust me. They hold nothing of the subject's vitality, intelligence, coordination, only a brute obedience. Flesh has too gentle grasp upon the essence, that much is clear. Little wonder the fools of Blackenbury were willing to pound these sorry specimens off so cheaply. Medicio the stench. Ah, camp supplies, cool. That's what I needed. Are you sure this thing won't open? Kinda looks like it should. I'll go this way then. Okay, does that mean that it says exceptional because we did 1000 damage to those vassals?
I'm on the trail.
Need something?
Okay, be careful.
Quiet.
Okay, that's not possible apparently. Okay, attack him, everyone. And you paralyze. Okay, everyone, full here.
I'm here.
Well,
Ready
don't
one.
wait for him to come to you, you know.
I'm here.
Good. 2 seconds. Oh, bad. Get out of here, everyone.
I'm here.
Hey.
I'm here.
This might kill her, but you know, I don't care. Yeah, I totally saw that, then I forgot about it, now I have to go back there. Oh. I should have struck them with Ether, but I was not certain if he was gonna take it down with one hit or not, or if he was even gonna hit. Those guys at self-destruct are so annoying. Ether can't possibly escape them. Sagani might be able to though. Is that 2, by the way? Yes, 2 out of 10. We have more to kill. Crumbled experimental. This crumbled piece of parchment was found jammed inside a faceplate of a construct. My efforts to install even a child intelligence in these creatures have all failed. Most cannot hold quail, much less set thought to a paper. I believe for some time the Subject 63 might have had breakthrough during its lessons, but I discovered that it has simply been repeating my words without comprehension. These were not enlisted characters. While they wore their original skins, perhaps their essence lacked the fundamental capacity for learning. Maybe. You still
Let's see
can't
what
do
lies
that.
this way.
Just be careful then. Go around it. Oh, this is for this library. Yep.
Hey.
Ready, Watcher. I'm here.
Careful not to touch the trap.
Ready, Watcher.
Good. Go.
Need something?
Should be fine now.
I
Okay.
shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
No, stay here.
Laying low.
Everyone go there.
Ready, Watcher.
I need a precise bolt.
Hey.
Ready, Watcher.
You guys retreat. Not even gonna risk it.
Brave thou Yliel.
Oh, he is gonna chase me, right?
Ready, Watcher.
Okay, he's yours. Go. Heather,
Hey.
don't move.
Ready, Watcher.
Go.
Hey.
Ready, Watcher. Got it.
Good.
No use!
There's one more. Fall back. Fall back to here. Let's see if I'm gonna make it. Great. You know what? Doesn't matter. Attack it with all you
Hey.
have.
Dead on!
Keep running. paralyzed alone. Now then. Okay, he's yours. Okay. Another one for Heather. Is that 5? Please tell me it's 5. Yeah, no, it's 4. Still. Good job. Exceptional rapier. I like the handle of that thing.
Laying low.
Okay, Tumak.
Brave thou Silon Yliel.
Fun.
Hey.
Again. Just be careful when you walk, okay? Exceptional dagger. Cell key. Sure, why not? I mean, I could lockpick it, I assume. An elderly man hunches over a clutched desk in the back of the workshop. He pulled flesh tightly around thin, fragile-looking bones, except around his neck, where it hung in loose wattles. He turned as I entered, a skull already chiseled into the lined face.
Back again? I told you.
He hesitated, squinting at me from behind smudged and dusty spectacles.
Of course, a fresh fool to replace the last fools. What brings you stomping through my workshop, eh?
He drew his words out, looking at me up and down, a sneer creep across his face. What's your tone, old man? Seems like you already know.
Straight to business, no nonsense. We appreciate that, don't we?
He turned to the bronze golem over his shoulder.
Anything for a breather from your endless yammering.
The voice echoed from within the golem.
You would miss me if I were gone, Aimura. For who would tolerate your barbs and insults? But you come seeking the White Forge, like they all do. Boys with smooth cheeks and wild dreams. Girls with bright ribbons tied next to their scabbards.
His voice raises and falls with the sing-song of mockery.
Old men and women, too, seeking a final blaze of glory before they're snuffed out for another turn at the wheel. Sound familiar?
His smile was rigid as he looked at me, and the corner of his eyes twitched. Nice speech. Have you practiced it a lot?
I have this conversation with every pig-headed swashbuckler those Postanagos and stalwarts send here. Go see Garvino, they say. Surely he'll help you.
Yes, because you're obliged to help every fool who wanders in here.
Must have slipped their minds what a busy and important fellow you are.
I like the golem. In the silence that follows, the temperature in the room seemed to drop. Govino glared at her.
They should have let them stone you. Would have silenced your endless rattling forever.
You're the one who did this to her, you... Anyway, the hanging fold of his skin beneath his cheek trembled.
Then you'd have naught but those frostbitten inbreds for company.
I guess this is what I'd call If Alot and Izmir were two separate people. You're upset. There is an old wound with Starward, then.
The spiteful imbeciles destroyed my career, ruined years of work. But let us focus on the reason for your visit, yes? The villagers and their adventurers hammer and pry at the battery as if they were laying siege to some moldering lord's keep.
He swapped the air in front of his face.
But those stones were laid by some of the finest builders ever to have lived, disciples of Abidan in the truest sense. They will not fall by the whims of any kith, and the door itself, it is infused with living essence.
The dwarves themselves must have had their ways of getting in.
Perfetto! This is the crux of the matter.
He claps his hands together.
The Pargrunen of Durgan's battery perished within their own keep, victims of a violent disagreement among their own commandants.
His mouth twists into a grin.
Surely in the village you have heard stories, no? Disappearing caravans, tracks in the snow, screams from the high towers.
He paused, watching my expression with a recounting glee. Well, go on. I like the story so far.
The work of spirits still trapped in the battery, and a testament to those impenetrable walls. But the door of the keep, the one the Pargrunen filled with essence, it was made to listen, to recognize its masters.
I sense a catch.
Traditional Aptapo cultures revolved around language. Words revealed who they were and where they were from.
Yes, I know that. I actually managed to guess that when I saw the two dwarf ghosts. An interesting tradition I could start introducing everyone in verse.
That is why you need a Kantek.
He held up a twitching finger. A cantrick.
Some liken it to a poem, others to an anthem. In reality, it is more than either.
He held one hand out, turning its way, and that balancing motion.
A Kantek is a statement of purpose, a declaration of identity. Each is unique to its stronghold. Thus, to enter a fortress like Durgan's battery, you would stand at the gate and recite its Kantek.
Very well. Where would I learn this cantrick?
To learn the Kantek, you must speak with one of the dwarves of Durgan's battery. A shame they are all dead, no?
He rubbed his hands together, panting.
But no doubt their souls live on in one or two of the villagers of Stalwart. Like fine wine poured into a cheap pot.
Dares uncurled his lips.
But to identify them, that is the first problem. You would need the skills of an animancer.
Are you an animancer? The golem's head turned in one slow, oil-smooth movement.
Yeah, Galvino, why don't you go back to Stalwart? Oh, there's a sight I'd rust my joints to see.
Enough!
He snatched the ink pot from the desk and covered the golem. It flew wide, spatting woe with ink, motioned as the golem watched him with a black glass eye.
I shall speak no more of that damned village.
Galvino's mouth borrowed him, kept clarified into a stern expression. I know a watcher. Maybe he can help. The golem swiveled her head sharply toward me. Her mask of face and the glass eye behind it betrayed no emotion, but it seemed as if she was watching me carefully.
A watcher? Diverus? If this is true, then you could find a sole descendant from Durgan's battery, no question. But the greater difficulty remains.
Galvino rubs his cunt, whiskered cheeks.
You would have to learn the Kantek from the dormant soul. And to do that, you would have to awaken it.
But the awakening would be permanent, wouldn't it?
Oh, yes. Whoever you awaken will live with the memories and the personality of a past life. Maybe peacefully, maybe not.
His bony shoulders raised and shrugged.
That is why you must pay attention to the soul you would awaken, no?
This guy's got some real cock of understanding.
It is a monumental thing to impose on another, but these are the very people who wish to rediscover the White Forge, Verus?
He removed his spectacles and polished the dirt lances with his tunic. Is the canic all I need?
Who can say? None have yet opened Durgan's battery.
Govino raised his hands, palms up.
But the ones that came before you, I think they got close. You may wish to find them and see what they discovered.
I found what was left of them, a journal and a tile.
Most interesting.
He adjusted his spectacles as he peered at the tile.
They spent many days at the battery door. This looks like something that once belonged there.
How would I awaken someone?
An awakening is merely the jolting of a dormant soul into consciousness. When such things happen normally, it is because something has reminded the subject of a past life, often violently so. Thus, to awaken one of the former dwarves of Durgan's battery, you will need to address that soul, and preferably by name.
Wonderful.
But show some care. When you examine these souls, whatever it is you watchers do, you may see images, memories.
He leaned forward, his back hunched.
These are moments of special import. What you see will tell you much about the person, and perhaps the condition in which they awaken.
He raised his hoary eyebrows and tilted his head back.
Awaken them from a traumatic memory, and who knows? Maybe they awaken thirsty for blood. Or maybe you awaken someone else.
He cackled once again.
Here, this has been tuned to the Aeon of Durgan's battery. Use it near the villagers, and it should tell you if one has a soul old enough to have come from the battery.
He rummages around and produces an unfamiliar device. Thank you for your help.
You have much work ahead of you, as do I.
I'm going with him.
Oh, okay, just like that.
You? Go to Stalwart? Is this your macabre sense of humor, or has something gone to rust in that beautiful head I crafted?
No one will bother me while I'm with him. Besides, I can help him find people in Stalwart.
You haven't been to Stalwart in 13 years. And this Watcher sees souls. What help could you be? Besides, I have need of you here. You owe whatever remains of your wicked life to me.
Well, you're not keeping her. Golem said nothing, but her essence smoldered. Resentment rised from her shimmering wave. He swept her head to look at me. What's the story between you two?
This charming specimen is a convicted murderer. The Devil of Carrick, she's called.
Mighty fine of you to start with my good qualities, and you wonder why we don't get more visitors.
I actually have nothing against murderers. I mean, I have never killed anyone. But still.
Killed over a dozen people before they finally caught up to her in Stalwart. Perfect company for lonely camps and mountain passes, no?
He nudged me, with a wild grinning twinkling and a motionless golem.
Hey, I know how to start a campfire.
That's good enough.
The only reason she's not a frozen corpse is because I convinced the old mayor to let me try an experiment.
Code Devil Karak. What's the story with that?
She committed her first crime in the village of Karak. Burned a family alive in their home.
Okay.
Did the same thing in half a dozen other villages, but the name stuck.
Aren't you afraid she'll murder you?
She may be mad, but she's no fool. She wouldn't survive long on her own. If the villagers didn't send a hunting party after her, the Eramans would claim her. Her joints and mechanisms require maintenance. And she cannot perform all of it herself.
But I can. My mechanical skill is almost 5. I am a genius.
See, he's reminding me. In case I get any bright ideas.
Why did you build her?
Why build a fortress or a village or anything? To make something that keeps, that...
And the disgusted sigh rattled in his throat.
It was the early days of the Legacy. My peers in the colleges of Animancy were filling the Hollowborn with the souls of animals. I thought there was a better way.
He was silent for several seconds. His gaze grew distant.
One with a plum academy job back in Salona? Don't forget that part.
He glared at her with narrowed eyes. So it's one of those fights about who cleans the spears that's not really about spears. You put a person in a soul into a metal body. He leaned back, raising his hand.
Into a work of art! Look at this! Craftsmanship worthy of a jeweler!
I am not intrigued by your skills as an artist, more as an animancer. How did you manage to bind that soul into that body without costing her memories, or personality, or even sanity?
Fully articulated joints, capable of grasping a pen and writing her own name.
He grabbed her hand, delicately bent her taped fingers.
And of crushing your throat.
She snatched her hand away.
Show me another smith anywhere in the Deerwood who is capable of such delicacy and precision. She is a masterpiece.
Just because she can grab a pen and write doesn't mean that actually you don't need that much to grab a pen. A Lego toy can do it. I take it your experiment didn't go over too well with the rest of the village.
Here we go.
Oh, you can roll your eyes. That is amazing.
They were going to stone her anyway. Why not allow her to be put to some useful purpose?
His lips curled back from yawning teeth.
My life's ambition. To serve somebody's useful purpose.
I approached Mayor Sinahiod and begged. He saw the potential and allowed me the privilege of attempting my little experiment.
He sneered the words and the dignity they recall. His shoulders are stopped and his teeth bared.
Then, I accomplished what few animancers have even dreamed of. No academic support, no patron. Just me in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, calm down, Anthony Stark.
Oh, now you got 'em all wound up.
I transferred a fully intact soul from a living subject to a fabricated body. She retained her personalities, her memories, all of it.
Yeah, but how?
Yet the villagers saw only a stolen corpse.
He threw up his hands. That's all I wanted to know.
She's a fine specimen, her personality notwithstanding.
He waved one hand in the circular motion. The golem said nothing. Her essence motored. Resentment rise from her shimmering wakes. Yeah, we read that. I'd like to travel with her.
Quay? No, you don't know what you ask.
He shook his head, waving his hands.
This woman, the Devil of Karek, she was a notorious murderer, burned people alive all over the region.
Oh, that's shocking. I never thought I would travel with someone who kills people.
Besides, she works for me. After all, I am the one who preserved her.
Let me parade her around town. It will infuriate those villagers. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
So you get use of the Devil's services, and I get the satisfaction of knowing those stiffnecks are sweating through their small clothes, eh?
Yes.
It's a deal.
Fine price for a blacksmith striker. Suppose I should be flattered.
Yes, scratching someone's ego. Come on.
And there you have it, a bargain.
Kana, you can stay home.
Safe travels.
Great.
A moment. You are going back to Stalwart, yes? Perhaps you could do me a favor.
Tell me about this favor.
There is a man in the village named Grinder, the head fisherman. The rest of Stalwart kisses his feet because he fills their stinking blades with speckleback. But I know he's not as virtuous as he seems.
Oh, do you have a history with this Grind?
That self-righteous meddler engineered my eviction from the village. He turned them all against me.
Okay.
Now I want him to feel the scorn of those mush-brained imbeciles.
What do you want me to do?
Humiliate him, of course. Show his neighbors what he truly is, and let him live with the disgrace.
He pointed vaguely in the direction of the village. His thin arm trembled.
He's always been a ripple sponge addict. Just got good at hiding it once his sainted sister died and left him in charge of the fishery.
Oh, maybe he killed her. Won't that be something?
But he keeps a stash in the fishery. Sneaks in at night when the others have gone home, and emerges sluggish and red-eyed a few hours later. I want you to expose him. Go to the fishery after dark when it's empty. Find his ripple sponge and show it to Renengild.
I see.
Do not answer me now. But when you return to that festering eyesore and smell the stink of fish that hangs in the air, consider what I've said. Besides, you appreciate a good joke, don't you? Deverus, this will be a great one.
No, I don't care about jokes so much. What I do care about is getting revenge, because honestly, I'm taking your companion. Might as well repay you with something.
But be sure to approach the fishery by night, when it's empty. They will give you no end of trouble if they see you stealing during the day.
I want to know more about these expeditioners who came to you before.
As would I, but there is little to tell. They never gave their names. But they seem to know more about the battery than the others, which is unusual because they did not seem like typical adventurers. Their hands were smooth and marked with ink, not scars, and they traveled light. Unusually so.
He rubbed his chin.
Something else? Quay.
What were those constructions I encountered in your workshop?
Other projects, they are none of your concern.
You seem pretty eager to change the subject. He mutters fearlessly under his breath, raising his hands to the ceiling.
For years I've been trying to create another like the Devil of Carrick. Yet those post-Enagos in Stalwart destroyed my machinery.
His drooping skin trembled in his rage. You know, I can use someone like you in my keep. I will need some guardians, for there is a battle to be fought soon. Perhaps you can construct some of those golems. I will sponsor you myself. I will find you a building, and even, shall we call them volunteers? They will come from my dungeons. Finally, we'll have use for that empty place.
Now, I can only create these broken, mindless things. The devil remains my most perfect creation.
Where did you find the cells to create those other goblins?
Smugglers, slavers, fugitives, the kind of riffraff that pass this way. Rarely missed, and good work to keep my little devil busy.
He shrugged. And why do you need the golems?
I can't present the Devil of Carrick to the academies, can I? A mad woman and a murderer? No. I need to bring a success to the republics.
Oh, and that's why you use smugglers, slavers, and fugitives. Yeah, that will definitely be prestigious. I've heard enough. Goodbye, sir. The one that got away. Shall we speak with her? She doesn't seem to want to talk. can enchant her bloody armor. She can wear a cape. Bracelets of spiritual power. Oh, allowed to return to the stronghold. Let's read about his adventure. A secret society of animances has been traveling around the Eastern Reach, promising to restore life to lost loved ones. They perform their rituals and clandestine meetings in various cities, never staying in one place for more than a few days. Though some spark of life appears to be restored to the bodies, the revived authorities suspect that the group is behind abductions, murders, vivisections, and other ghastly practices that appear to be required by their method. To make matters worse, those restored to life rapidly decompose or go mad within days of their resurrection. Concerned animancers and various civic authorities are seeking help in tracking them down. The secret society known as the Morning Cycle repeatedly eluded Allah's pursuit. As soon as Allah discovered their last location, they would begin the process of moving to a new town. It turned out that the Morning Cycle had an extensive spy network at their disposal. Eventually, Allah would manage to capture a senior member of the group who was more than willing to give up the information on her brothers and sisters. In Road's End, Charned House, Allah and trusted soldiers of the Marmon's family confronted and killed most of the cult's leaders, though some members of the group escaped the arrow of Hasgate, Firun Khanka, was confident that their powers in the Dyewood was broken. Ooh, experience. I just love how it says money. Trust me, it's a lot. Grants Daniel, kill. Engel, kill. Depression and kill. Acceptance and kill. What? Denial. All defenses. Attack speed. Interruption. Minus resolve. And plus endurance. These gloves are very cool. These gloves were recovered from the Animancy cult known as the Morning Cycle, who traveled to Aetherion at the Eastern Reach, promising to bring back the dead. The promises were a cover for horrific experiments, including abduction, murders, and vivisection. Despite the name of the group, the power of the gloves is unleashed after the wearer kills an enemy. Cool. Have a lot of money. There is no building we can build, is there? Just gonna check that, because sometimes buildings break when you ignore attacks. Speaking of which... no, okay. Right, I'm going to end this episode here. Next time we're gonna level you up, then we're gonna find some equipment for you. I think I'm gonna make you a dual-wielding assassin or something like that. You're a rogue, right? Yeah. A trapper, apparently. And honest, apparently. Lower level than me. She's the lowest level of us all. I do like the portrait she has, though. Right, thank you all for joining me, and I'm gonna see you all next time. Goodbye.